remember I told this story once, and we'll get to the Brett Bielema thing in a second. But now you got me off on something, and I'm pissed off. In my little rinky-dink, terrible, like Division VII high school that I went to, where I played a little basketball at my little, like, private Christian school, we had a gym teacher one year who was only there for a year or two, but she played low-level college basketball. I don't even think she played D1. She might have played D3 or something. But she played at a school, and she was this gym teacher, maybe 5'7". Like, not tall, like, but in shape and good at basketball. She ran an open gym with a bunch of us high school players running up and down the court. We even had a couple alumni who had, like, grown men who had gone and come back after being gone for 3 or 4 years. They were back. We had a couple teachers playing, but we were just playing open gym run, right? She came in, and when I tell you this gym teacher took over for like 2 hours, no one could get her off the court. She won every game. Every one of us had bumps and bruises because she was so damn physical. And that was the first time I really understood that, like, oh, even like low-level women's college basketball player is way more physical than you've ever imagined. Like, you have no concept of how physical these WNBA players are, high-level Division I college basketball, women's basketball players are. You have no concept if you've never, like, gone up against anyone like that, which most of us haven't. Mm-hmm. But I did go up against someone like that who was not even at these people's level, and I had a whole new respect for it. Yeah. I totally saw it, and I'm like, yeah, I didn't understand, but now I do.
Yeah, so, yeah, I have no issue with any of this. I think it's great.
It's great. It's basketball.
It's competitive.
Watch basketball more.
They competing. The trash talk is a part of it. Trash talk makes the game better. I don't care what nobody says. That's why I did it.
I'm also convinced that, like, I'm convinced that, like, 90% of people who comment on basketball, at least on Twitter/X, do not enjoy the sport of basketball. They just know that there's storylines, and they like to jump in. Because if you like basketball, you loved watching that Sun Fever game last night.
Oh, for sure.
It was a good game. Competitive basketball game. Now, the scoreline wasn't as close.
Yeah, the Fever ran away with it probably like end of the second quarter. Then obviously in the fourth quarter, they just really ran away with it. But it was a competitive game. It wasn't a slugfest, though, where it was just like, it wasn't the Pistons in the 80s just beating people up. It was good physical basketball. Yes.
But with some skill.
T-Bone, your story reminds me of Brian Scalabrine saying he's 100 times closer to LeBron than the average person is to him when it comes to basketball.
You ever watch those videos of him going and playing, like, the guys who are all like, I could beat Brian Scalabrine? He was like, I think a Boston radio station set this up where they're like, yeah, good, come on out. And then he doesn't let them touch the ball. Like, he just whoops them for like right to whatever they were playing, to 11 or 15 or 21. They didn't even touch the damn ball because they can't get it away from him. And this is a guy who was like barely anything in the NBA, and he would kill you on the court. That you have no concept of how good these players are when they are at the WNBA level, high college basketball level. I'm sure it's with football. You heard it, where all these gym class heroes be like, "Oh yeah, I could beat Tyvis Powell one-on-one." It's like, no, you couldn't. Like, they would
never say that.
Like, I'm getting worked up when I've been like next to it. I've never actually been that good, and I can't believe people have the nerve to say something.
You know what though? You know, it's funny that you bring this up because, you know, being a former professional athlete, like back when I was playing, like you would go back and you would like meet people like friends. Like I have like friends like, oh, I run a route on you. And I'd be like, okay, let's line it up. And they would literally line it up. And it would be just so funny to see, like, it really is a huge gap here. Like, this is the easiest route I've ever defended in my life compared to what I have to go up against every day in the league. So it really is levels to this stuff. And, yeah, I think people really that's why they need to bring back pros versus shows.
I was just going to say, you made this point earlier in the week. I think some of the discussion around, like, this Catlin Clark stuff and some of the discussion we have now about, just in general about sports, where it's like, oh, yeah, I could do this. Oh, yeah. No, we need pros versus Joes. We need to change
it to pros versus trolls, like you said.
Yeah,
that's the one.
Bring the trolls out and let them do it. And by the way, have it be guys who maybe didn't even play Division I. Like, bring out D3 college football players and see how that goes for you. It would be bad. You would watch a lot of guys get busted, and they would have to admit that's a D3 guy who's never going to the NFL, and he just couldn't even come close to touching him, let alone a D1 guy, let alone an NFL guy, or name your sport. I think we just don't have a concept of how good those guys are. All right, we got off topic. When we come back, Brett Bielema said some things that I actually agree with, which I found shocking to me. But we'll get into that next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and happy Wednesday for folks over in Delaware County. If you were stepping out the door and hitting those roads this morning, things are looking pretty good. 71 northbound and southbound got you at 73 and 70 miles, so pretty average for your drive times. A little bit slower, though, 23 northbound over by Lewis Center, so just take note of that here. As for your drive times heading northbound, 71 north, 670 to 270, got you at 8 minutes there. 9 minutes, though, State Route 315 north, 670 to 270. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
He shoots, he scores!
It's a great time of year to be a fan, but the fun stops when you or a loved one can't control your gambling. Maryhaven is here to help with in-person, virtual, and group options. Learn more at maryhaven.com.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Cordell & Cordell is the largest family law firm in the country with over 35 years of helping clients navigate divorce. That does give us certain advantages, for example, in experience and resources. But being big doesn't mean less personal or less local. Our attorneys live and work in your community, and as neighbors, they understand the challenges your families face. If you're a guy facing divorce, remember, Cordell & Cordell, a partner you can count on.
10 West Broad, Columbus. CordellCordell.com.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here. Spring weather has arrived, and we all know what that brings. Warmer weather and severe storms. Well, when bad weather hits, we all know it can cause leaky roofs or even damage to your siding and gutters. The Roofing Guys are your local experts in roofing, siding, and gutters and more, providing top quality through every roof, every time. So it's just a small repair, full replacement, or even peace of mind. You need to contact my guys, the Roofing Guys, 614-626-7000, or visit them at theroofingguys.com. That's theroofingguys.com.
Master Grillers Unite. The grilling season never ends at Billiards Plus. Come see their best-in-class grills for yourself and check out Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family-owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
When you're ready to sell your car, another reason to choose Hinder Motor Company is the easy, fast, fair, and hassle-free way to sell. This is Justin Hinderer. We pay top dollar for your vehicle, whatever the make or model, and no purchase is necessary. Consider trading and get even more toward your next vehicle. Drive in today and leave with cash or get a great deal. See why it's a pleasure doing business. Just visit HinderMotorCompany.com.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward here, and I remember the first time I understood that old saying about giving a man a fish. It made so much sense, and I see examples of it all the time. Take the new weight loss meds, for instance. Think about this. You take a shot, you eat less, and you lose weight. But the second you stop, the weight comes back. You never actually changed anything besides eating less of the same bad things. I wasn't interested in renting my results. I wanted to own them. That's why I chose Awaken 180. I needed a lifestyle change, I knew it, and I was excited about it. A medication-free path to long-term weight loss. That's exactly what I got. It's been a year and a half since I dropped my 50 pounds, and I've kept it all off. Awaken 180 taught me how to adjust my approach to food. A real-time education on how to keep it off while losing the weight. I say, learn how to fish. It's easy, it's fast, and for the long-term bonus, no medications. Do what I did and choose the solution for weight loss. Awaken180weightloss.com, 844-346-1800.
Much like a vampire, we need to be invited into your house. But once we're in, we never leave. Listen to The Fan on your Alexa or Google Home smart speaker. Just say play 97.1 The Fan and prepare to be amazed. Do it now.
Evan Cohen here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sportsbook for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York. Evan Cohen here. It's time to turn things up a notch. This summer, don't binge watch shows. Binge s'mores by the campfire. Press pause on the podcast and press play on the warm weather vibes. Here's your chance to win $10,000 for your ultimate summer. What are you waiting for? Take your shot with 5-Hour Energy and make this summer your best summer ever. Visit 5heshot.com for full details and rules and to enter today. No purchase necessary. Ends June 30th, 2025.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
All of the hair on their heads is slowly migrating to the lower part of their faces. And tracking. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Tweet the show at Bone and Tyvis 971, or you can hop in the YouTube chat. Had a little issue with the YouTube stream today, but it's back. It's running. You can jump in. YouTube, just go 971 The Fan on YouTube. Click on T-Bone and Tyvis. Hop in there and say hi to Downtown Dad, Rusty Rotors, and many others who are always in the chat. We appreciate you guys. Brett Bielema, he had a little something to say about this quote from Diego Pavia. So if you missed it earlier in the show, we talked about Vanderbilt quarterback Diego Pavia, the Crimson Tide Slayer, if you will, beat Alabama last year. And boy, he is feeling his oats today. He is saying some things. So Diego Pavia, apparently yesterday he said this. He said some stuff about like we're gonna beat I knew we'd beat Bama. We're gonna be very good this year again. We're gonna surprise the people, win some games you don't expect us to, all that stuff.
They must got their NIL dollars up.
They feel good about it. He said you want to play with the best, you don't want to play with the Big Ten. Apparently when he transferred to Vandy, was that last year before, whenever it was, he was getting calls from the Big Ten. Other schools in the Big Ten said, hey, maybe come here. He said, I didn't want to do that. He said, you ignore those calls from the Big Ten. The SEC, it's like week after week, you're going to get beat on. The Big Ten, you're not going to get beat on with the Purdue, the Nebraskas. So that has gone over like, a sack of sour eggs for most of the people.
I just can't believe the Purdue or the SEC is talking about Purdue. Like that just.
I like that he lumped Nebraska in with Purdue. Like serious shade being thrown there.
Nebraska probably must have been the ones that called you.
That must have been. That would make some sense too, because that would have been right before the time where they had Dylan Raiola, right? So they probably would have been looking at like maybe we bring in a veteran for a year and then let this guy kind of feel it a little bit. I don't know. Anyway, Brett Bielema was asked about this by Adam Rittenberg, the current Illinois coach, had this to say about those comments about how the Big Ten is weak and the SEC is great.
Right, and he's regurgitating what's being said to him, I think, probably. Listen, the Big Ten, I grew up in this league, played in this league, was very successful at Wisconsin, but my first bowl game, we beat an SEC team that I actually ended up working for later, right? I think on any given Saturday, anybody can get anybody, and that was what played out in the bowl game, right? And I know it was brought to my attention, right? There's no SEC returning team with 10 wins, if I'm not mistaken, and we got 3 in the league, right? So like it's just kind of one of those moments where I think in the last 3 years of the evolution of college football with the portal, the NIL, it's created a level playing field that's never been seen before, and I think it's trending more that way than going back to the way. A lot of people want to live in the past and try to stay by the rules of the past, and I just don't see it a part of our future.
A lot of people want to live in the past. That's some good stuff there. Now a little hard to hear because there was some people in the background talking, but.
First of all, yes, the Big Ten has closed the gap. I don't know why he acts like that's not the case. And on top of that, I don't know how well. It's not like the SEC did well in the bowl season this year, did they? I don't think they
I was going to look up their record. I forgot
I don't think they did. So it's.
But you know what? Here's what the SEC always says to that argument. They say, well, yeah, because we don't take the bowl seriously.
Man, get out of here.
But then when they do go out and have a winning season, the bowl season, that is trumpeted as being there's no scenario where the SEC is not strong. I feel like the SEC is almost a conspiracy theory at this point because you know the rule about conspiracy theories, Tyvis. If someone says a conspiracy theory, like we didn't go to the moon, you can say, all right, well, there's footage of it. You can say, oh, yeah, that's doctored. Like, all right, well, here's a person who was on the moon. Like, oh, they're lying. Like, there's no answer you can give a person who believes we didn't go to the moon. They would say, see, they're lying, and that proves my theory. There's nothing that disproves the theory that we didn't go to the moon, because anything you show them, they just say, ah, yes, that is evidence that they're lying, and thus we didn't go to the moon. This is what the SEC people do. If you win all the bowl games as the SEC.
They went 8-7 as the bowl.
So what does that mean? Does that mean they were better? Or what I know is it can be spun.
The Big Ten went 11-6.
Oh, well, see, that's why. Look at you, the Big Ten. This is their moment. They have nothing else to play for.
The MAC win 5-2. The American, the Group of 8, went 6-2. So
see, they would point to, what did you say? They were 8-7. What was the Big Ten? 11 and what?
The Big Ten was 11-6.
Oh, I was going to say maybe the Big Ten had more teams in too. See,
I guess
at some point with the SEC, they would find a way to say, yeah, but 8 and 7. That's because half our teams weren't taking it seriously, and none of those guys played. We're still the better conference because it's so tough. See, they always come back to the conference is so tough. If Vanderbilt beats Alabama, that's evidence of how good the SEC is. If Alabama beats Vanderbilt, that's evidence of how good the SEC is. There's never a scenario where the SEC isn't great to some of these people. They can never admit maybe their theory is just a little bit wrong. Maybe the SEC is still really good, but maybe there are other conferences like the Big Ten that are right there or maybe even a little bit better as of right now.
The Navy beat Oklahoma?
No, Oklahoma lost like 5 games, didn't they? That could have been, I think that could have been one of them.
Navy, though. That's crazy. I'm sitting here looking at the
who else beat them? The Coast Guard? Come
USC beat A&M.
Yeah. This is my point. When you go watch some of these,
beat Bama, Illinois beat South Carolina.
No, but that just proves those teams didn't care about those bowl games. Yeah, that's all that cares.
Well, the Alabama
all their guys are getting ready for the NFL. They were all getting ready for the NFL season.
The Alabama loss is inexcusable because they had all their players play, and the Wolverines didn't have people sit, and they still won the game. So that's inexcusable.
Well, you brought this up earlier, and it's spot on. Ever since the SEC wasn't the only school paying or the only conference really paying the players, now that every conference has that, now that the Big Ten can actually do that legally.
It's done. The dominance is done.
It's crazy how suddenly that happens and you don't have SEC teams winning the college football playoffs anymore. It's only been a couple years, I know, but it's also only been a couple years that NIL has really taken off to the level where everyone got their feet under themselves.
I'm really curious to see where they who wins it again. If the Big Ten actually does three-peat, wins it 3 years in a row, could it be the new dominance to where remember when I think when Florida was the first ones to win it in the SEC, and then the SEC ripped off I don't know.
Oh, I know.
15 straight or something.
Yeah, whatever it was. It was crazy.
Could this be the start of that era for the Big Ten?
I'd say we need a few more years before we really see that and could say that's what it is. But you know what? A lot of that, if you go back and look at it, how many of those championships or the dominance of the SEC involved either Alabama or Georgia in the championship game? You know, even
early on, it wasn't Georgia. It was Bama
and then someone else.
And
Florida, Auburn.
Yeah.
You'd get an LSU in there, right? LSU with Burrow, but also before. I'm saying there's always been Bama and then someone else who was really good.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of those schools were very mediocre. Remember Mississippi State with Dak, right? That was the Stark Vegas era, right?
Dak beat them?
No. Maybe he did, but what I'm saying is
the only thing I remember about Dak in college is that he got beat up on spring break. I remember that. He was bloody. They had him leaking that spring break.
I didn't see that at all.
You didn't see that video?
No, if I did, I've forgotten about it.
You've forgotten about it.
I definitely have.
Dak got beat up.
No, I don't think Dak beat Bama, but Mississippi State was #1 in the country during that season.
I'm saying there was a time where Mississippi State would pop up for a couple years and people would say, see, that proves how good the SEC is. Mississippi State, it's or Mississippi State is suddenly good. Maybe that means that these other schools aren't as good as we think, and it's not that hard of a conference to win. What does it mean when Texas comes in and is the best program that you have now, probably the last 2 years running, when you combine over the last 2 years what they've done? Texas has probably been your most consistent school. Does that mean that the SEC is really, really tough? Or does that mean any of these schools that can come in maybe could just be as good as all these? No one was saying Texas was back until they joined the SEC. Everyone was saying it jokingly, but when they actually got in the SEC is when they actually got back.
So what you're saying is the U needs to join the SEC.
Oh, if the U and Florida State joined, they would be up there probably top 5 in the SEC right away. No question. Florida State has been more relevant than Florida has in the last 5 years. Right?
Well, they say Florida's supposed to be good this year because of the quarterback.
Every year they say that. Oh, this year they'll figure it out.
Who they beat at the end of the season?
I don't remember.
They beat Ole Miss.
Yeah.
I'm just saying 2 years ago, Florida State went undefeated, and then, of course, their quarterback broke his leg horrifically, and they didn't get even a shot in the college football playoffs. Fair or not, when's the last time Florida was that relevant in the college football playoffs? Not. Hasn't been. Not since Urban.
Peter Warwick.
No, I'm saying Florida State has been more relevant than Florida in the last 5 years. They had a season that was that close.
Florida State hasn't been relevant since Jameis Winston.
Other than in 2023. right? When they were undefeated and then didn't get in. Yeah. Florida hasn't had that in that time. But we act like Florida's one of these premier teams. They haven't been since Urban
Florida
left.
was a good team like 2014, 2015.
Yeah, right after Urban left. And then once all his stuff got out of there, all those guys left, then it was, all right, now it's done. And they haven't returned since. I'm just saying they get credit, though, because they're in the mighty SEC, when in reality, they've been not really much better than, I don't know, Michigan State. You know, like maybe slightly better records, but they get credit for being better because they're Florida and in the SEC, and it's tough. There's nothing that disproves this theory other than the SEC's great at all times, period. Also, good news. Nobody knows what the college football playoffs are going to look like for 2026. We're back to the drawing board on that. I'll tell you why next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Well, ODOT still has an alert for some major slowdowns happening for folks over in New Albany. There is congestion happening State Route 161 East, just beyond 62 and just beyond Beach Road there. So again, looking a little bit slower at your drive times. Thankfully, no accidents in that area, though. Just make sure to take it nice and easy as you step out the door. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your Fan Traffic.
Fan Traffic is sponsored by RCD RV Supercenter in Heath, Delaware, and Pataskala, or at rcdrv.com.
Guys, give Dad the extra boost of health and energy he needs to live his best life. Low T Center is offering free weight loss consultations and free T tests as a special offer celebrating dads. Treatment is personalized and most major insurance is accepted. They'll have the freedom to choose in-center care or at-home treatment. You're helping put Dad back in control of his health. Now until the 21st, enjoy a free B12 shot when you stop in for TRT and weight loss. Offer limited. Book now at fixmylowt.com. Fixmylowt.com.
I think I just wrote the song of the summer. Listen. That's just you drinking a big gulp from Speedway. And just 89 cents for any size with Speedy Rewards? That's a hit. The convenience stores of Speedway. Valid through 6/24/25. See app for full terms.
Get blockbuster savings at Catlin Ford. 5-time winner of the Ford President's Award. Get employee pricing on new F-150s. 10 grand off MSRP on new 25s or 13 grand off new 24 models. Shop the fastest growing Ford dealership in Central Ohio. From America, for America. Visit CoglinFord.com.
Based on YTD sales and ground stock. All factory rebates to dealer. All prior sales excluded. In-stock units only. Must finance through Ford Motor Credit. Not all will qualify. No security deposit required. Residency restrictions may apply. See dealer for details. N7725.
From military life to a rewarding career in IT, kickstart your new journey in a matter of months in the fields of IT and cybersecurity, including AI. Learn more at mycomputercareer.edu/CWP. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including VA benefits.
Bands are us when dreams sunk in. Bands are us.
Right now, get $1,500 off a shower or tub replacement or $3,000 off a full bathroom remodel, plus low to no monthly payments. Call 380-225-BATH to schedule your free estimate or go to bathsareus.com. 380-225-BATH.
Bands are us when dreams sunk in. Bands are us.
Let's be honest, we could all use a little vacation from the ordinary. But with Tim Hortons' new refreshers, you don't need to pack your bags. Just sip, relax, and enjoy your refreshing 16-ounce vacation. With tropical mango packed with real pineapple and mango pieces. And strawberry watermelon kiwi featuring real pieces of strawberry and kiwi. Also, try it with lemonade or coconut milk. A choose-your-own taste bud adventure. Head to Tim's for the new refreshers. Your 16-ounce vacation awaits. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants.
At Kroger, we've lowered prices on over 1,000 items across our stores so you can save even more. Whether you're shopping in-store or online at Kroger, we've lowered prices on thousands of the items your family wants and needs. And with lower prices, your dollar goes further every time you shop with us. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Right now, Heritage Farm boneless chicken breasts are on sale for just $2.49 a pound with your card. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Now is the time to get your body right. Stop going through life dealing with pain. Remember the good days where you were able to play sports with your friends? Now you're losing to your kids in activity. It's time to take the crown back. Hey, it's Tyvis Powell for QC Kinetics. They are different. These are not quick fixes. This is a revolutionary treatment that works to give your body long-term relief. You'll meet face-to-face with Dr. Aaron Wilkoff and the QC Kinetics medical team. They'll teach you how their regenerative treatment takes your body's own healing power and helps heal and restore your damaged tissue. tissue. These are well-respected protocols that include potent and powerful cellular level treatments. QC Kinetics has helped myself and tens of thousands of people right here in the Columbus area. They'll get to the root of your pain and fix it. You will be showing your kids who's boss, just like old times. Find out if you're a good candidate. The consultation is free. Go to qckinetics.com/Columbus or call 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544.
This is the story of the one. As a safety manager at a manufacturing plant, he does everything he can to keep his coworkers safe. From finding ways to reduce risks to keeping safety supplies in stock. And for that, he relies on Grainger. Grainger offers a broad range of quality products and next-day delivery, so he can always play it safe. Call 1-800-GRAINGER, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Broadcasting from the Lindsay Honda Studios.
Honda makes the cars. Lindsay makes the difference. Visit lindsayhonda.com.
WBNS-FM, HD1 Columbus. The Fan. Sports Center.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. Last night, the Florida Panthers hoisted Lord Stanley's Cup for the second time in as many years, defeating the Edmonton Oilers in 6 games. Panthers forward Sam Bennett won the Conn Smythe Trophy. He led the NHL in postseason goals with 15. The Cleveland Guardians beat the San Francisco Giants 3-2 in Rafael Devers' debut. The Guardians took the lead in the 6th after a Gabriel Arias home run. These two teams will play again tonight. First pitch is at 9:45. The Cincinnati Reds continued their winning ways against the Twins with a 6-5 comeback victory last night. TJ Friedl hit a 2 RBI double in the 6th to put the Reds ahead for good. That series continues tonight at 7:10. This update is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. We all love the word free, so does Awaken 180. Medication-free, side effect-free, and free support for life. Awaken180weightloss.com.
Both of these men played sports in high school. Only one of them was good at it. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Reds got the win yesterday. They take on the Twins tonight, 8 p.m. You can hear it all right here on The Fan after the Buckeye Show with Brandon Beam.
You know, T-Bone, it's a couple of things that's bothering me in my world, but I saw this today. When I walked into this building at 5:30, I was looking at, the 10 TV people talking about that the TikTok ban has been extended by 90 days. We need to cut this out, okay? Let's just cut it out. They're not banning TikTok ever.
No.
They banned it for what, 48 hours or something like that?
Right, yeah.
And then immediately brought it back. And now they keep playing like they're going to actually ban TikTok. They're not. It's just not going to happen.
Yeah.
Stop it.
President Trump, I think, extended it, another 90 days, like you said.
That's ridiculous.
So
it's going to be extended for the rest of time.
Yeah, they're going to find it till they sell it. Whatever this sale is going to happen, at some point it will. And TikTok's got some of the most user engagement of any social media platform.
That's why they're not getting rid of it.
So many people are on it. And like everybody who does any business at this point understands that, if you don't have some presence on TikTok for any type of business that you're trying to get across to, you're going to miss a large swath of your audience. So
I'm missing a large swath of my audience because
Are you a business?
Yes.
Tyvis
Did Jay-Z say that? Jay-Z said, I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman.
Look, I love you. I mean this in the best way. You're not Jay-Z. That he is a business. I agree with you on that. You are a very good football player.
Jay-Z started somewhere.
That's right.
You got to start somewhere. It's in your mind, T-Bone. It's in your mind. In my mind, I'm a business.
Yeah. I'm just saying, if you had a song about, I don't know, 99 Problems and a You Know What Ain't One, then you would be a business. You haven't done that yet.
True.
You don't have a song out. But you do have a lot of highlights that are pretty great. including a couple sports that are not top 10s, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know what that's about. I got to get on the top 10 for something good.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We'll get pros versus trolls going, and we'll have you be the pro, and then you can go out there and truck some trolls, and we'll have you on.
I would play corner. I'm gonna be a 200.
Yeah, but you can break up a pass and just knock them out. Like
I could do
just get there, arrive at the same time as the ball.
Yeah, that's clean.
Yeah, it's clean. It's allowed.
Make a statement. Stare him down like I do, like I did Kenny Galladay when he was at North Illinois. I think that's where he played. But deflected the ball and I stared him down and I stepped over him like AI.
That's right, over Ty Lue. I saw it, by the way. I retweeted. Someone had the post. It's brilliant. I remember when AI just meant Allen Iverson, and I want to go back to those days. I kind of feel that.
Somebody said that the other day. Somebody said something about AI, and I'm like, oh yeah, the computer. And it was like, no, AI, like Allen Iverson. I'm like, that's crazy.
Not the computer, the answer. Yes, that's right. I saw this from Brett McMurphy. He tweeted this out 10:30 last night. Conference commissioners have decided to, quote, start over on determining the 2026 college football playoff format, sources said. Big Ten and SEC initially wanted 4 automatic qualifiers each, with 2 each to the ACC and the Big 12. However, ACC and Big 12 pushed back. SEC coaches later publicly did not support 4 automatic qualifier model, instead preferring the 5 automatic qualifiers plus 11 at-large format for a 16-team playoff, as did the ACC and the Big 12. Go figure. The SEC wants more value given to strength of schedule metrics, something college football executives discussed in today's meetings. However, a source cautioned, even if strength of schedule is supposed to carry more weight with the committee, still boils down to their opinions on who they think are the best teams. Deadline for finalizing the 2026 college football playoffs is December 1st. So they are back to the drawing board on what all of this is going to be.
So it will be 5 plus 11. That's we can figure that.
That sounds like where it would be headed.
That to me seems like that's a foregone conclusion. If three of the 4 or 5 conferences are saying that actually it's probably 4 to 5. If you include the group of 5, they probably want the same thing. So the Big Ten is on an island alone in this of just wanting the automatic bids. So if that's the case, you could automatically assume, which you know what they say about assumptions, but you can assume that they're probably going to go 5 plus 11 model. The strength of schedule, the only reason the SEC want that is because everybody believes that the SEC is just this great conference. And if you lose to one of these and we beat each other up and lose, like it won't be as bad. Like, no, that's a lie. Because if you look at the bowl records, obviously that shows you that if y'all lose in the SEC and you play in a bowl game against another conference, you still might lose that as well. So I'm not here for that. It's all about the eye test. I told you what they need to do is they need to hire a group of a staff that watches every team, every game, and be like, all right, this team is good enough because I've watched them play. I see that they have a great offensive line. They got great quarterback play. Their secondary is good. They got great skill players. Like, this team is one of the best 16 teams in college football. That's how they need to look at it.
That's what the selection committee is supposed to do. But we know that
they got other jobs, though.
Yes, I don't understand why. If this thing makes so much money, have it be something where, imagine if you had, like yourself, you're a former player, the game.
I'm not going to volunteer.
No,
I volunteer my services for a fee.
What I'm saying is, you analyze the game. You obviously, and you have other jobs too. But I'm saying, like, before you took those other jobs, if you were just sitting there as a former player who was trying to get back into media, and they said, "Hey, Tyvis, come be a part of a organization that meets starting in September, and you mostly stay at home, and we send you, here are the 10 games we want you to watch this weekend or throughout the week. You can get coaches' film. You can get anything you want as far as the angles.
You got to give me the all 22.
Right. You can see all that. But then I'm going to give you 10 to 12 games a week, and they're going to involve each of them at least 1, if not 2, of the top 25 teams. And that's your job, is every week they try to rotate through. If you had a panel of 10 people doing that, and every week that was their job, is just to watch, break down, take notes.
I feel like they get it right more times than not.
Yeah.
Like
exactly.
Even this year, I still don't think they got it wrong this year with the 12 teams that they picked. I don't think it was wrong.
No, I know people had problems with the seeding because of the fact that
that's a different story.
But,
I was talking about
but as far as just picking the teams,
12, they picked the right teams. To me, they got the right 12.
Leaving Alabama out
was the
made
right
sense.
choice.
It was the right call. Sorry, Lane Kiffin, who weirdly now that sticks with. He also wanted Ole Miss in there, which makes no sense because they were bad.
Did they lose their bowl game? Let me see.
No, but didn't they lose that game where they played Florida and Jackson Dart threw like 5 picks or whatever?
It was like the last or second to last week. One of the two.
Shut up, Lane Kiffin. You have no room to complain.
Don't forget all the folks that wanted South Carolina in the playoff as well.
By the way, Illinois coach Brett Bielema, who mentioned that,
in too.
He did. But you know what? I think he had a better case than some of those other teams did. But here's what he also said. I didn't know this because in relation to that Brett McMurphy tweet, he said when the Big Ten coaches met, they voted on, because they obviously play 9 conference games, but they said, yeah, we would be cool with also playing a game against an SEC team every year. Straight up.
Oh, the Big Ten said that?
Have a Big Ten. Well, Brett Bielema said that's what the majority of the coaches voted on when they met. He said he was told when the SEC coaches met with this whole thing where, we don't want to do 4 auto bids. We want to do the 5 auto qualifiers and then the 11 at large. They said the only way they would do that, though, a 16-team playoff, is if they still only get to play 8 conference games, or they would go to 9, but they would refuse to play that Big Ten game. They said the SEC coaches voted down a motion to play against the Big Ten in a once a year, or, every team plays one of these games every year, like an ACC Big Ten basketball challenge we used to have. They voted that down.
Like I say, this thing is only because of the dominance that they have for so long. For 10, 15 years, they were dominant. And they're still living in the past. And they need to catch up to today's time. They are not as dominant as they once were. The Big Ten and other schools and other conferences have caught up. And they need to realize that. They need to get off their high horse and realize, like, all right, maybe we need to be humble. Like, we ain't won nothing. We ain't came close to winning nothing.
That is not going to happen.
So, like, y'all need to stop.
Instead of being humble, they've chosen, let's whine to everyone about why don't you think we're still the greatest?
It doesn't make sense because you're not. The last 2 years clearly proves that you're not. So, therefore, you don't have anything to go off. You're living off of something that happened 3 years and beyond ago. Yeah. And everybody else is talking about present day.
Now they're all circling their wagons behind Diego Pavia. Like, yeah, Diego Pavia's our guy.
That's how you know they desperate.
That's when the Vanderbilt quarterback is the guy.
Got a lot of clout. You're desperate.
Oof, that's bad. Coming up next, one of my favorite segments we've ever done, Tyvis Eats a Thing, Maybe. That's next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Still noticing that major slowdown alert from ODOT. This is for folks over in New Albany this morning. 161 eastbound, just beyond 62. There are reports of congestion in that area. No major accidents, though, but some major delays. So make sure to pack the patience as you step out the door this morning. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, where we've successfully treated thousands of men for low testosterone and helped them feel like their old selves again. Please take a moment and listen to how we help Chad.
Hi, I'm Chad. I've been taking the low T treatment at Tri-State Men's Health for a little under a year now. So I was really just struggling with finding the energy to accomplish the things I wanted to do every day. By the end of the workday, I was very drained and tired and found it hard to concentrate and get my job done and was looking for something to kind of get that edge back. Once I started taking the treatment, I felt probably within the first 2 to 3 weeks more energy. And the thing that really I noticed right away was sleeping. Now I get a solid 8 hours. I'm going on vacation. I'm enjoying myself. So men out there, if you're struggling with any of the symptoms I was, low energy, brain fog, lack of sleep, I would highly recommend you call Tri-State Men's Health. You won't regret it.
Thanks, Chad. It's true. Low T therapy will likely change your life. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
With over 33 years in business, Newman Roofing believes white glove services shouldn't be a thing of the past. From the first call, you'll be greeted with friendly professionals to answer all your questions. Special financing options available now, so call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit newmanroofing.com.
Hi, this is Ron from the Good Feet store. Are you standing on painful feet all day? Don't lose hope. We want to help you live without pain. Discover your options and visit goodfeet.com or stop in today at the Good Feet store. on Polaris Parkway and Grove City.
Hello, I'm Joe Cordell, founder of Cordell & Cordell. Divorce is complicated, especially when your small business or professional practice is involved. At Cordell & Cordell, we understand that these assets raise unique valuation and allocation issues. For 35 years, we've helped doctors, lawyers, and small business owners navigate divorce with confidence. Call us at Cordell & Cordell. Let me tell you, I understand on a personal level, your business is much more than a job. It's your legacy.
10 West Broad, Columbus. CordellCordell.com.
Hey there, friends. Bo Bishop here, and so are the summer savings at RCD RV. Don't miss RCD RV's summer kickoff sale running June 7th through the 21st. New RVs starting as low as $12,995. Now's the time to make a splash this summer. Hurry in. Those deals will not last long. Find unbeatable savings, unforgettable fun, and everything you need to hit the road at rcdrv.com. Visit our locations, Delaware, Heath, and Pataskala, or shop online anytime at rcdrv.com.
This just in from the Lindsay Honda Newsroom. It's our big anniversary sale. 0% for up to 60 months has been extended on all new Hondas. Try the new 2025 CR-V LX all-wheel drive with 0% financing.
Lower your rate, lower your payment.
Save thousands on hundreds of new Hondas when you buy now.
With so many Hondas, why would you go anywhere else?
Shop the big, the beautiful Lindsay Honda now. Visit lindsayhonda.com for details.
Morning Juice is now on YouTube, weekday mornings starting at 6.
If you're a fan of Bobby Carpenter, he's ready to attack and dominate.
If you're a fan of Jeff Goodoff,
drive directly to a hospital. Seriously, The Fan.
Hello, it's John Kozik, founder and president of TurboTrack Realty. Do you want to sell your property, however, you need a little help getting through the process? Let's say you have years of belongings in the home. It needs a lot of updating, you're overwhelmed, and you may need help finding a place to go. I will help you. Visit us today at TurboTrackRealty.com or call me now for an all-cash offer and, more importantly, the help you need at 614-470-2000, 614-470-2000.
Does heel pain make you hobble just getting out of bed in the morning? If heel pain is affecting your ability to exercise and meet your walking or running goals, relief is as close as your local podiatrist. Podiatric physicians are highly trained doctors who specialize in medical and surgical treatment of the foot and ankle. Ohio Foot and Ankle podiatric physicians are available across the state and are devoted to providing the highest quality foot and ankle care.
For more information or to find a member of the Ohio Foot and Ankle Medical Association near you, visit ohiofoot.org.
Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
We'll see cloudy skies as you're getting the morning going, but it certainly will be muggy. We'll see wake-up temperatures in the 70s and then heating up this afternoon with that humidity also up into the upper 80s. We'll see partly sunny skies throughout the day, and we'll have gusty winds as well. Isolated thunderstorm chances, the better chance will be as we go around sunset into the overnight hours, some which could be strong to severe overnight lows right around 70, and then still some lingering chances for storms on Thursday with highs in the upper 70s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with your 10 weather impact forecast.
T-Bone and Tyvis is sponsored by Prime Sports. Download the Prime Sports Ohio app today or visit online at primesportsbook.com.
One of these guys still believes he can play in the NFL. It's T-Bone. He says it's because of his low center of gravity. He's dumb. This is Bone and Tyvis.
You've heard us talk about bonus bets with our friends at Prime Sportsbook Ohio. What is a bonus bet? That's very simple. When you deposit money at a place like Prime Sportsbook, they give you a bonus bet on a matching offer. Right now, Prime Sportsbook has an up to $400 welcome deposit match offer. So you deposit, let's say $50, you get $50 in bonus bets. $100, $100 in bonus bets, up to $400. But once you get those bonus bucks, they sit in there and you have them. They have them actually for a year with Prime Sportsbook. Unlike a lot of other places where they expire in 30 days or 6 months, a year is a long time. You get plenty of time to figure out what bets you want to place, what you want to put it on, and you have the bonus bets sitting there. So if later on football season you want to place some wagers, you'll have that extra bonus bet sitting there for you. That's the beauty of Prime Sportsbook. Go download their app today. Just search Prime Sports Ohio on your app store or visit primesportsbook.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. Please play responsibly. Tyvis saw this story about, well, actually, I saw no story. I don't know why I said that, because I forgot. We're not doing a story right now. You know what we are doing? You know what we're doing. You've been trying to get away from it all this time.
I have been.
You don't want to do this.
I'm scared.
I'm going to make you do it. All right. So I have here a double-decker oatmeal cream pie. This is Little Debbie's specialty that they do.
Shout out to Little Debbie. I grew up on Little Debbie.
Love a Little Debbie. They have, it's not just one, it's two of them kind of sandwiched together like
that's ridiculous.
It's a lot like a Big Mac for oatmeal cream pies. It has, though, 19 grams of total fat, 24% of your daily recommended intake. Saturated fat, 9 grams.
24%?
Mm-hmm. Saturated fat, 9 grams, 45% of your daily intake. It is one serving size, is one cookie, 500 calories. This is the oatmeal cream pie 500.
What do you go up there, flip it over? You flip it over and see what got the most calories. The honey bun had 700. This got 500.
I kind of know because I eat all these things, so I have it right here.
You enjoy that? Why not just a single one? Why it has to specifically be a double decker?
Well, that's the one they had. They didn't have.
I'm asking you personally, like you enjoy.
Oh yeah. I've just like double stuff with Oreos. Why mess around with the single stuff? Let's get to the good stuff. That's what I'm at. All right, so I went up there to today to the break room and bought this. The price is either $2.29, $2.79, or $3.19.
All right, I'm not
for this double-decker oatmeal cream pie. Was it $2.29, $2.79, or $3.19?
I ain't falling for the $3.19.
Okay. So you're wiping that one off.
I'm going to wipe that one.
Mm-hmm.
$2.29 or it got to be $2.29. The honey bun was $2.19, $2.29.
$2.29 is correct. This is why it's not called Tyvis Pal Eats a Thing. It is called something else entirely. Today was the maybe.
I feel like Kevin Garnett after they won the finals. Anything's possible.
So you don't have to eat it, which is great news for me because then I guess I get to eat it. Unless, Dylan, do you want to eat this? It's 500 calories of oatmeal cream pie goodness. It could be yours.
I've never had a double decker, and I want to try it.
Today's your day.
Yes.
Right.
Look at that.
Dylan, you know what? Come on in and get it. I can't obviously get up, but come on over and get it. And you can eat it. You can eat it during. You can eat it during this break, like during as we're sitting here. That's fine. Let's do it. I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled that you won this game, Tyvis. As much as I want to see you eat it, I'm glad that you won this because now this means it's a competition. If I won this every time and you just had to eat all this stuff, it wouldn't be any fun. This is like the rivalry. You apparently, like a lot of Ohio State Michigan fans, they want the rivalry to be good. I want this to be a good rivalry where you win some and I win some.
This was one of those things where like I was very tensed up for it. And then when you said I was correct, it's just like the whole world just got off of my shoulders. Like,
T-Bone, you mentioned double stuffed Oreos. Have you ever had the mega stuff?
I have. I have not only had the mega stuff, I've had the most stuff. Have you seen those ones where it's like, it's literally, I'm not kidding you, it's like 4 or 5 Oreos stacked together, except there's no extra cookie.
That's ridiculous.
It's just all filling and then
isn't that like too much?
It's like trying to eat a double cheeseburger as far as thickness. Like it's hard to get your mouth around it.
You don't think that's ridiculous? Like
it is ridiculous.
But you enjoy it.
That's why I'm not eating it I don't eat those every day. Believe it or not.
Wait a minute, let me look up a picture. What's it called?
Most stuffed Oreo.
Most.
Well, there's the, what was the one that you meant? The mega stuff. Mega stuff is like triple.
Oh, yeah, this is ridiculous. Yeah, no, that's ridiculous. Ain't nobody eating that.
I picked up like at the gas station, they sell the most stuffed Oreos.
You can get them on Amazon for $21.
They sell you know how you can buy a 6-pack of Oreos at the gas station, right? Like regular Oreos give you 6 of them for like $3, whatever it is. These things, it's like 2 of them in one package. That's it. It's the same packaging, but they can only fit like 2 of them in there.
This looks like you know when you buy the frozen Oreo.
Oh yeah,
like that's what this.
The ice cream sandwich.
Yeah, the ice cream sandwich.
Yeah,
that's what this looks like.
Mm-hmm. By the way, this segment is gone. They no longer do it on afternoons with Man and Timmy. I'm not doing it either, but a little fat boy food tip from me to you. If you ever go to the Freddy's Custard, we have a couple locations now. There's one in Hilliard. I believe there's one in Grove City. If you ever go to one of those places, that's what they have. They have the Oreo ice cream sandwich. That is like a dessert you can buy there with your meal, which, of course, they already have like milkshakes and hamburgers and fries and grilled cheese.
You say
and all
this
that
is
stuff.
where?
Freddy's Frozen Custard.
Where is that located?
Hilliard and Grove City. I'll just Dylan, you want me to do it again for you? I can do the show for 3 individual people. I'll say it, and then I can say it for Tyvis again. I'll say it for you again. You got to check that place out. I should take you. It's great. We've had them all. When we've traveled, we've had them many a time.
There's one in Grove City
and Hilliard. I bet if you look that one up, you'll find it.
You are
Grove City and Hilliard, like I just said, for the 5th time.
Tyvis can't Google and listen at the same time.
Nope.
Tyvis Googles a thing without listening to anything going around him. It's the next segment we're going to do. By the way, I saw the Blue Jackets. I don't know if this was in correlation with anything. They just picked yesterday to do it. They unveiled their 25th anniversary. It's the 25th year of Blue Jackets hockey upcoming this year. So they have a 25th anniversary logo, which is like the Blue Jackets kind of font, and it says 25 on it, and it's Blue Jackets colors. It's fine.
You don't seem thrilled by it.
Well, no, like it was
there's no juice to you saying it, so it must not be good.
At first, I thought it because they said we have a big announcement coming up, and then you look and it's the 25th season. They have a logo. It's nice. They're going to put it on the shoulder of the jersey or on the chest plate or wherever. They'll have it somewhere. You can get it on hats and T-shirts, I'm quite sure. But anyway, they unveiled all that. That's great. I also saw from Mark Schei, who covers the Blue Jackets, he mentioned that the Blue Jackets right now are $15.5 million beneath the salary floor. Because the NHL has a floor of you have to spend a certain amount of money.
They beneath that?
They're $15.5 million beneath it right now. They have a lot of cap space.
Clearly.
So
who they sign there?
Well, that's what I'm thinking.
Who's the big-time free agent?
I don't have that answer.
They're going to trade the picks, those 2 first-round picks.
We heard Don Waddell yesterday said, the picks are available. Give me a call. I'm open for business.
Goalie Bob. Would you take him back?
Sure. I'd love goalie Bob. I mean, he fell off a couple years ago. He was good the last couple years for the Panthers, but this year specifically, there was a few moments where they started to question, I don't know if he still got it. And then the playoffs, he showed back up. So, yeah, I would definitely take a guy like him back if he wanted to. I don't think that's happening. He still has a massive contract. But I'm just saying the moves are going to start happening. The draft will be going on. They're going to try to trade those picks, I'm guessing. I wouldn't be surprised if one of those picks gets packaged with Elvis Merzlikins' contract and says, here you go. We'll pay a little bit of this money, but you can have Elvis Merzlikins. Here's a pick. In return, we get this.
Would you take
more or less
Sam Bennett?
Get some of that money out of here? Yeah. Go for it.
I'm looking at the top free agents. That's all.
There's a lot of good players.
I'm looking.
He just won the Conn Smythe last night.
Yeah. If he's available, if you can get the guy who won the MVP of the finals, sure, I'll take him. That'd be great.
You got to pay now. You got to.
Of course, you got to pay. But they, like I just said, the Jackets have a lot of money.
Panthers got a lot of people that's free agents this year. They might not be hitting no 3-peat.
I thought you were going to say they got a lot of players who are good, which I was going to say, yes, they won the Stanley Cup last night.
Well, out of this,
we said earlier, they've got to figure out if they can keep all these guys around. If they can, awesome. But you know what? If they can't, they've been to the Stanley Cup 3 years and won 2 of them. That's a pretty good run with that group if that's the way it goes.
Look at they got.
I know they got a lot of guys available.
The only tier 1 guys, Mitch Marner from the Toronto.
Mitch Marner for Toronto. Every year they're talking about maybe will they move him or what will happen with him.
I guess he must be a free agent this year because.
Oh, I'd love if the Jackets went out and signed Mitch Marner. I'd be all about that. It'd be amazing. Because Toronto would lose their minds too. That would be great.
Yeah, the Panthers. I don't think if they don't re-sign half of these guys, I don't think they repeat.
Okay,
just throw that out there.
This is good. All right, we got a whole offseason of hockey to break that down. So I'm looking forward. You can't even celebrate the championship. Just immediately into they can't repeat.
Is
that right, Stephen A. Smith? Is that what we're doing?
I'm sick like that though. I'm one of those guys that you enjoy it. You celebrate it that night. And then next thing is, all right, how do we do it again the next day? As soon as you open your eyes is how do we do it again?
Well, that's a very good point. And I know I'm kind of like that too, but I would try to savor the moment. If I were a Panthers fan, I would be enjoying
they did that last night. You spent all night doing that.
Nick Saban thinks that's a bit crazy. Urban Meyer says maybe tone that down a bit. One of the best sports stories is getting told in a big way. One of our favorite sports stories on this show. We'll talk about it next in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, definitely noticing a little bit of a slower commute for your Wednesday here. Taking a closer look at areas in Westerville, Reynoldsburg, even over in Grove City, heading into the downtown area. 71 northbound at Green Lawn. Definitely noticing that congestion and bumper-to-bumper traffic there, but no accidents to report in that area. Same situation happening for folks over on the west side. Good morning to you. If you're heading out the door, you are noticing a little bit of delays this morning, especially heading on 70 eastbound over to the 270 intersection there. We got 24 miles per hour for your drive times. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Evan Cohen here. Whether you're locking in your home run picks or riding with your favorite golfers this summer, ESPN Bet is your sports book for all the action. Go from checking stats on your favorite teams and players to placing bets in just a few taps. Plus, new customers can get $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 wager. Download the ESPN Bet app and sign up with promo code USL to get started today. Must be 21 plus. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details. Offer not available in New York.
Hey, Green Gobbler here. So you've got a clogged drain in your bathroom. Water in the sink's overstaying its welcome. You're spitting today's toothpaste on top of yesterday's toothpaste. You hope that it go away. Yeah, clogs don't just go away. I make them go away. I'm Green Gobbler, the only clog dissolver you need. I'm bleach-free, safe for your pipes, and I work. Guaranteed or your money back. Because I never met a clog that was going to unclog itself. Green Gobbler. Let the gobbler get it.
Get your air conditioner fixed fast. Call Care Heating and Cooling. 1-800-COOLING.
I think I just wrote the song of the summer. Listen.
That's just you drinking a big gulp from Speedway.
And just 89 cents for any size with Speedy Rewards? That's a hit. The convenience stores of Speedway. Valid through 6/24/25. See app for full terms.
T-Bone and Tyvis is presented by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. Sign up today at awaken180weightloss.com.
In terms of the Waffle House menu, Tyvis covered and smothered his opponents. Meanwhile, T-Bone is a chunk of hash who's often covered in gravy. I'm not sure what that means either. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
So, a guy that we have talked about on this show a decent amount. He's the inspiration for the segment Overachiever of the Week, which we do on Mondays here on T-Bone and Tyvis. That is Jim Abbott, former Angels pitcher, former Yankees pitcher. That is the guy who was born without a right hand, and he threw a historic no-hitter in 1993 as a member of the Yankees, I believe, against, at the time, the Cleveland Indians. If I'm not mistaken, that was the team he did it against. Anyway, his whole story is phenomenal. I don't know why more people don't talk about Jim Abbott as being just, he was a great high school baseball player. He was, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I hate to say it, I believe he was a Michigan man in college. I think that's where he went to college.
Makes terrible life decisions.
Well, whatever.
You just told me.
But he was he became a professional baseball player with one hand, a pitcher no less. So his story, Southpaw, the life and legacy of Jim Abbott, is going to premiere on Sunday, July 13th at 9 p.m. Eastern on ESPN and on ESPN+. And I think it's long overdue that they got a documentary for Jim Abbott. My guy. I'm planning on sitting down. I'll plan my whole evening around that.
I got to go watch this clip again because I'm still in amaze that he did that.
If you've never seen him pitch, you obviously should go look up his highlights, to your point, Tyvis, because he used to leave the glove on his right arm where his hand would be. He would leave his glove on the right arm. He would throw with his left hand and then slide his left hand into the glove, pull it up to be ready for, the hit or whatever. If there was nothing that came back, he would catch the ball from the catcher. He would somehow remove it from his glove, put the glove under his arm, hold on to the ball, put the glove back on his right arm, and then go through the whole thing again. Every pitch, year after year. This guy made it to the major leagues. That alone should get him a documentary. But he went on to have a very successful Major League Baseball career where he threw a no-hitter.
I cannot believe this. This double play that he made is it's incredible.
Oh, he's got a lot of highlights. It's not just the no-hitter. Like, he has tons of stuff that you should look. We we don't talk about him enough. Like, he is truly one of the greats.
You said this documentary come out when?
July 13th.
Yeah, I think
Freddy's Frozen Custard is in Hilliard and Grove City, just in case you're wondering.
Tebow, when you were mentioning Jim Abbott's career highlights, you forgot a big one where he got to appear on Boy Meets World. After he threw that no-hitter, he got to hang out with Topanga.
I didn't realize that he was on Boy Meets World. Let him live.
He lived out my childhood dream.
I watched a lot of Boy Meets World. I'm surprised I don't remember that.
Yeah,
but I believe
he had a guest appearance on the episode a couple months after he threw the no-hitter. Hung out with Topanga.
Oh,
by the way,
good old Topanga.
My gal, Danielle Fishel. That's her. I think that's the actress's name.
Yes,
she's doing all right. She's still doing all right.
There's nobody in this world that calls her that but her parents. I'll tell you that now. She is Topanga. You know, she might as well change her name to Topanga.
Whoever's with her calls her whatever she says.
Topanga.
Miss Topanga, Danielle, whatever you want me to call you. Just happy to be here. Now, I saw, speaking of sitcoms, I saw that, because if you haven't heard, obviously the Panthers won the Stanley Cup last night. That marks now 1993 was the last time that a Canadian team won the Stanley Cup. Obviously, Edmonton didn't get it done this year. The Canadiens were the team that won it. They beat the LA Kings in 1993 for the Stanley Cup. Do you know what shows were on TV at that time? What the most popular shows on TV, the last time a Canadian team won a Stanley Cup?
Friends.
No, that was pre-Friends. Friends hadn't debuted. I think Friends came out in like 96 or 97. It was later than that.
The Beverly Hillbillies.
Well, that's too early, but I like where your head's at. So Roseanne and Home Improvement were the two big shows on TV at that time. That is wild to me, how long ago that was. Jurassic Park was the #1 movie at the box office that summer. So people were, the last time Canada won a Stanley Cup, people were going, oh, this Jurassic Park movie, I got to check that out. Like, not like we are now where we're all aware of it. There's been a million sequels to it.
How can that be, though? 93? Like, all they talk about is hockey up there. And
so it's their '1 sport. They can't get it done.
That was pre-Tyvis Powell. How about that?
Oh, yeah. Was that
Dylan was
pre-Dylan Gonzalez?
No, I think he was born that year.
What, June? I don't know if it was June 7th or whatever the day was. It was sometime in June of 1993.
Oh, okay. I was less than a year old.
Okay. So you're a 92 baby. All right. So I've got you. I was 10 or going on 11 at that year. So that's the last time. So I may have actually watched that now that I think about it. I don't know. I didn't watch a ton of hockey growing up because we didn't have a team. That's pre-Blue Jackets, clearly. So the Jackets, since the Jackets came into the league, Canada hasn't won a Stanley Cup, and I'm going to say that somehow the Jackets had a little bit to do with that. I don't know why. They just did.
Wouldn't it be something? The Jackets desperately needs to win one before they do.
Could you imagine?
Oh, my goodness.
If they win one before Canada does, that will feel so
it's
great.
It's going to be a riot up there. That's what it's going to be a problem if the Blue Jackets figure it out before Canada does.
I think Janet Jackson, they said, was #1 on the Billboard charts in June of 93. For the do you remember the album Just Janet? Which is just like her face and she's smiling and she has like the curly hair. Great look for her.
It was a great look for her.
She was doing all right. She didn't have a lot of bad looks, to be honest. She was doing all right. But yeah, that's how long ago this was.
Man.
By the way, Friends, the pilot episode was September 22nd, 1994. So you weren't that far off.
Okay, I thought it was 96, 97. I guess it was a little earlier than I realized. But still, I mean, Seinfeld was on. Simpsons were on. But I don't.
The Simpsons been on for years.
Yeah, they've been on for. Well, they predate a lot of things. What was it, like 88 or 89? I want to say was their first episode.
They've been on that long?
Yes, it's insane.
It's like the longest running episodic television show.
And
ever.
The Simpsons, they predicted a lot of the future, didn't they? Isn't it like a bunch of episodes where they was like predicting things, and people like, oh yeah, they did this on The Simpsons like 20 years ago.
Yeah. No, that definitely
that was happening.
There's been things
life.
on The Simpsons that, yes, like people say it predicts things, but more or less it's like they just talked about everything.
I think the last thing was like they was talking about, was it like a Super Bowl or something where it had like the Chiefs and the Niners? Was that it?
Did they really? I didn't know that.
I feel like that's what they said. But I think in the episode, the Niners won. I think.
Well, see, they didn't get it right.
To Tyvis's point, if you have a few minutes to waste, there's multiple videos about how the creators of The Simpsons are actually time travelers.
See? I told you.
Yeah, that's. I mean, I don't know if that's the way I would use the time travel machine, is just to go make a thing that, like, make a successful sitcom or in this case, a cartoon, but then occasionally throw in little nuggets of history that turn out to be correct.
I mean, it makes your product valuable. Like,
I guess.
Like, okay.
But that's not why people watch The Simpsons, is like, please predict the future for me. It's just a happy coincidence that occurs. They would have, if they went back in time and just did that, all it would be then is, well, now we still have to do all this hard work to make The Simpsons good. And that could have flopped.
I haven't watched The Simpsons since The Simpsons movie.
Oh, really?
No.
Not even once? Just flip it on?
I don't think I have.
I flip on the animation stuff like every now and then on Fox. I'll sit down and watch a Bob's Burgers or Family Guy.
Well, I mean, that's but like that.
The Simpsons are on right with all that stuff.
I go to sleep I try to watch Rick and Morty every night.
Oh, do you really?
Yeah.
Love Rick and Morty. Pickle Rick, my guy.
Pickle Rick.
One of the best episodes of television, and you cannot convince me otherwise. I don't care. The emotions those people go through in that episode, fantastic.
How he created his arms and legs. He was a pickle on the table, and somehow, some way, created arms and legs.
When they're sitting in the counseling sessions, and he's just out there fighting with rats in the sewer as a pickle. And then his family's like, I don't know if I'm feeling connected right now. And then he's just, like, it is truly one of the greatest episodes ever. I don't know how they thought of it. All right. I'm sure we'll get into more cartoon discussion, or perhaps not. Bo Bishop joins us next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. Still noticing some slowdowns out there for your Wednesday commute, and this is really happening in all areas of the metro this morning. North, south, east, and west, we are noticing some delays out there, so make sure to take it nice and slow. Even taking a closer look at the downtown area, our traffic cam, 71 at 670. Noticing those backups bumper to bumper there. Still no major accidents to report, so that is some good news there. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Summer is finally here. That means long days, warm nights, barbecues, sporting events, and that vacation you've been planning for months. The last thing you want to deal with is a leaking roof or unexpected damage to your home. At Newman Roofing, we understand that life gets busy and your time is important. And that's why we designed our entire process around you. Whether it's your roof, siding, or gutters, we believe in doing things the right way, not the rushed way. No high-pressure sales, no pushy pitches, just honest conversations from professionals who respect your time and your home. When you call Newman Roofing, here's what you can expect. First, we'll take time to diagnose the issue, not just slap on a quick fix. Then we'll present clear, quality solutions and answer your questions so you can make the best decision for your family and your budget. And right now, we're offering special financing options so you can protect your home without putting your summer plans on hold. So go ahead, fire up the grill, pack your bags, or hit the ball field. Let Newman Roofing take care of the rest. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com. Don't just get a new roof, get a Newman roof.
Hey, Ohio, Prime Sports has arrived, the only book where you can lay 108 instead of 110 on all your favorite teams. Football, baseball, basketball, and hockey. Why would you risk more to win the same amount at another sports book? Download the Prime Sports Ohio app or visit our website, primesportsbook.com. Get a welcome bonus to match your initial deposit up to $400 in bonus bets. And be a member of the Prime Sports family.
Terms and conditions apply. Visit website for details. Must be 21 and present in Ohio. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Hey, it's Leslie from Pella Columbus.
I'm Wilson from that other window place.
One of my favorite things, Wilson, is the look on people's faces when they see the end price for Pella windows.
Yeah, I'm always hearing, does it look like I'm wearing my money breeches?
More like, I can't believe we get the Pella look and quality at these prices.
Oh, you went the other way with that. You're hearing good things. Oh, this is awkward.
Get the window that homeowners rated the leading window brand in Columbus at PellaColumbus.com.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward here, and I remember the first time I understood that old saying about giving a man a fish. It made so much sense, and I see examples of it all the time. Take the new weight loss meds, for instance. Think about this. You take a shot, you eat less, and you lose weight. But the second you stop, the weight comes back. You never actually changed anything besides eating less of the same bad things. I wasn't interested in renting my results. I wanted to own them. That's why I chose Awaken 180. I needed a lifestyle change, I knew it, and I was excited about it. A medication-free path to long-term weight loss. That's exactly what I got. It's been a year and a half since I dropped my 50 pounds, and I've kept it all off. Awaken 180 taught me how to adjust my approach to food. A real-time education on how to keep it off while losing the weight. I say, learn how to fish. It's easy, it's fast. And for the long-term bonus, no medications. Do what I did and choose the solution for weight loss. Awaken180weightloss.com, 844-346-1800.
All your favorite and least favorite fan shows are available wherever you get your podcasts. Just type in 971 The Fan to the search bar and hit that subscribe button. It's free.
We're the land of the free and the home of the sunburnt, freckled fat guy.
Do it now.
Smalls here. It's time to turn things up a notch. This summer, don't binge watch shows. Binge s'mores by the campfire. Press pause on the podcast and press play on the warm weather vibes. Here's your chance to win $10,000 for your ultimate summer. What are you waiting for? Take your shot with 5-Hour Energy and make this summer your best summer ever. Visit 5heshot.com for full details and rules and enter today. No purchase necessary. Ends June 30th, 2025.
Individuals and businesses with tax problems, listen carefully. If you owe over $10,000 in back taxes or have unfiled tax returns, U.S. Tax Shield can help you take back control. The IRS can seize your bank accounts, garnish your paycheck, close your business, and file criminal charges. Our team of tax attorneys can stop collections and get you protected. U.S. Tax Shield offers a price protection guaranteed quote to get you protected today. U.S. Tax Shield is A+ rated with the BBB, so call 800-494-6139. U.S. Tax Shield, 800-494-6139.
Want to know anything about the Fans contest, how to win, or what's up for grabs? Check out 971thefan.com. The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
2 men, 1 appendix. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
We are excited, as always, to be joined on a Wednesday by our guy, the host of Bishop and Friends, one of the hosts, the name of the show, Bo Bishop. Bo, how you doing, man?
I don't know if we have Bo.
Oh, well then never mind.
Sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
We're trying.
Effort in Bo Bishop.
I was
like,
like, Bo sounds a lot like Tyvis, are you going to go out and get the Jackets 25th anniversary logo? Are you going to get that jersey? Because I think we both need to go get it.
You think we should go?
25 years of Jackets time.
You know, I do want a Jackets jersey.
I did hear.
Excuse me, sweater. They're called sweaters.
I have some birdies over there that I sometimes talk to, and I found out they were very much, because I was told about this logo coming out, and they said, but please do not tell anyone about this until it comes out. And I said, I get it. Like, we get embargoed news sometimes where, like, Ohio State may send something out at noon and say, hey, this news won't be released till 3:30, but we're going to put out a game on the schedule that hasn't been announced yet. We can't talk about it till 3:30. That's fine. I don't think a logo needed to be embargoed because talking about it doesn't do anything. It's not going to. I can't show you the logo.
Yes.
So I know they were very protective of this logo over there at the Blue Jackets, and that's fine. But now it's out there. You can see it in all its glory.
And you're not a fan?
No, it's fine.
It's just okay.
Good.
You're not understanding why they were so secretive of
it. It was fine. Bo Bishop is here now. Hello, Bo.
Hi, boys. How are you doing on the first Friday?
I'm doing great. I gave you a tremendous introduction, and then unfortunately we didn't have you on, so I just I did one of those and here he is. It's all right. It's all right.
I didn't know if you wanted me. I didn't get a text. Normally I get a text saying, hey, you ready in 5 minutes? I didn't get anything.
That's all right. Dylan's filling in for Bodie today, and I didn't tell Dylan to text you, so that's my bad.
Sweet D, my guy.
I blame me. It's fine.
I don't have your number yet, Bo.
What? I did the show with you for a week.
Say you did the whole show with him, but you don't have his number.
Well, I'm very protective, boys. Not everybody gets it.
I understand that.
Be careful.
That's fine.
Bo, I need some advice from you. Because
that's what I'm here for.
You've been married for a long time. And I got to, T-Bone, you can help me with this as well. You've also been married for a long time. And so my wife was very nice, and she decided to buy me a nothing bundt cake. Okay? The confetti one.
Delicious.
Yes.
A nothing bundt cake?
So they're little bundt cakes, Bo, that I think are just like soaked in butter and then frosting. I mean, they are sumptuous.
Okay.
They're incredible.
Yes, they are.
Oh, look at that little delight. Okay. What flavor? What flavor does she go?
She got confetti, which we and her enjoy confetti. So she
is that like the sprinkles in vanilla?
Inside.
Okay, gotcha. Right.
So, is there some sort of is there a filling? Is there a
No, it's just like it's like what, white vanilla?
Yeah, it's frosting on the top, and it's a big dollop in the middle.
Yes,
that's what you go for.
So I got it. I see it.
So she buys me this, right? Okay. And it's sitting in the fridge for about 2 days. I totally forgot about it.
Okay.
So on day 3, I say to myself, oh, man, I got that bundt cake in there. I can't wait to go eat it. And she tells me, after 2 days, I realized you wasn't going to eat it. So I then decided to eat it. This is the worst part.
Great.
Not only did she eat it, Bo, she waited until I went to sleep, grabbed it, came back up in the bed, and ate it next to me while I was asleep. While I was asleep.
Diabolical.
My question is, how do I go about this?
Well, you mean divorce? Like you call a lawyer and you just tell them what the problem is, and I think they
She's
charge
going to
you.
get the girls, which is going to be hard. But other than that, I think it's all going to be fine. I'm going to be honest with you. I think she's in the right.
What?
You didn't touch it?
It's mine. She bought it for me.
I know, but you didn't touch it for 2 days? Was it just sitting there untouched, or had you had a bite?
No, I hadn't even opened it.
See,
yeah, I think she's okay. I think that thing's got a 3-day. I think you got a 3-day window. I think on any pastry that is a gift, if it's not touched within 24 hours, it's free game.
This is, Bo, I'm glad you said it, because I felt that same way, but I thought if he hears that from me, he'll say, well, Bone, you just like dessert. And that's, so you saying it, Bo, validates my point, because in our house, the rule tends to be, my wife won't touch a leftover or anything that is like that after more than like 48 hours is the maximum time.
Yes.
So for me, like cold pizza lasts 3 weeks. I don't know why people freak out about it. Are you
insane?
It's cheese and salt and bread. It's all made to be preserved. It's preserved meats. It's in a fridge. They would take stuff like that on trips across the desert. It's fine.
I don't know if they did that.
They did. They took salted meats. Oh, yeah. They took them preserved meats.
Did you just say they took cold pizza?
No, like salted meats and cheeses. That was like preserved so they could have it for journeys. Parmesan cheese sits for years. I'm just saying, I think you can eat it a few days after. If my wife doesn't touch it after like the first day, it's mine. Like I'm eating it.
I'm just confused. It was mine though.
Doesn't matter.
You showed no interest.
Yeah, you didn't eat it.
And that doesn't matter. It's mine.
So, you're in your world. It should have spoiled. It should have gone.
If I wanted it to spoil, it's mine to let spoil.
I think it's a bigger metaphor for a relationship, right? Where if you just let it sit there, you do nothing. Eventually, maybe some other interest comes in, and they say, "Well, you weren't paying attention. You weren't a part of things." Maybe your wife's trying to send you a little message here that's bigger than just the bundt cake.
I think you're right. You think you're like Henry VIII, and you're the only one that matters, and everybody else is not shared. I mean, you've entered into a shared partnership here. And I think you got 24 hours. Then
you know what it is.
It's free game.
You know what it is, Bo. I'm just disappointed because here I am. I have to already share it with the kids. Like when you have kids, you don't get anything to yourself. Anything that you are eating or drinking, they want.
Well, hold on now.
So I thought that this bundt cake was mine. So like the kids didn't ask for it. This was my thing.
Well, you want something to yourself. Enjoy yourself a little whiskey, and then you're not going to have a problem.
See, I'm trying to.
You're in the clear. You're not sharing
let's
that with
work
the girls.
on him. Let's try to help him out because he doesn't understand
It's the first Friday. No time like now to start.
Exactly right. That's what I'll be doing when I get home. All right, Bo. I'll be listening on the way home. Looking forward to hearing Bishop and Friends for 3 hours tonight. Thank you.
Well.
Thank you very much. All right, buzzer time. Let's do it.
Shove it down your throat. It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Getchy's Amish Country Furnishings in Dublin. AmishCountryFurnishings.com.
Saw that Kirk Herbstreit, people were asking him if his dogs were going to make an appearance on College Game Day. He said yes, dogs will be back next year. A lot of people love Kirk Herbstreit's dogs. Here's one of the problems I have with Kirk Herbstreit's dogs. 1, too many. 2, I love dogs, but also they all look the same. Did he get them cloned? I have that question. But my biggest problem is this. The dogs' names. He's got Peter. He said Mitch will make an appearance. He's got a dog named Mitch. He has a dog named Bo. I mean, we just talked to Bo Bishop. Maybe he's named after Bo. I don't know.
Probably is.
I think naming your dog a people name is insane. Like our dog's name is Boomer. We had a dog named Shira. I guess the closest we did have a Jasmine once, but Jasmine seems like a very fanciful name that isn't just reserved for people.
Well, my dog's name is Max.
Yeah, again, though, Max is like, that's also...
I wanted to name him Zeus, but
Zeus would be a much better name.
Yeah, but he's small, and my wife was like, it doesn't make sense. He's
that's
a small
ironic.
dog.
That's hilarious.
The point. That's the point.
I agree with you. Max is fine. That's also, though, like size, Max is usually bigger, and he's a tiny guy. But Zeus would have been perfect. Either way, I'm just saying. Name your dog like dog names. Let's not go with people names. That feels weird to me. All right, that's it for us. T-Bone and Tyvis back tomorrow. Bishop and Friends is next. We will talk to you then. It's 97.1 The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, still noticing a lot of delays for your Wednesday commute this morning. So we do want to take a look at folks over in Powell and Worthington. That's probably the worst that we're seeing right now throughout the metro. 270 westbound got you at 68 miles per hour, a little bit slower, 270 eastbound. And 23 northbound, we're really looking at you. We got 42 miles per hour on our time saver traffic map there. And looking over at Delaware County, if you're stepping out the door right now, 21 minutes, 23 south between US 36 to 270. So take it nice and easy as you head out the door. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Guys, give Dad the extra boost of health and energy he needs to live his best life. Low T Center is offering free weight loss consultations and free T tests as a special offer celebrating dads. Treatment is personalized and most major insurance is accepted. They'll have the freedom to choose in-center care or at-home treatment. You're helping put Dad back in control of his health. Now until the 21st, enjoy a free B12 shot when you stop in for TRT and weight loss. Offer limited. Book now at fixmylowt.com. Fixmylowt.com.
Say goodbye to car care headaches with Carvenience from Hinderer Motor Company. This is Justin Hinderer. For only $49, we'll pick up your vehicle, leave you with a rental, and return it fully serviced and spotless. No more juggling your schedule or wasting hours at the shop. Carvenience lets you focus on what matters while we take care of all the rest, making life easier. Schedule your service today at HindererMotorCompany.com.
Hey, it's Anthony. Comfort is king. We all strive for it, but life gets in the way. You know that. And oh, my aching feet is not just a cliche. That's why the Good Feet store, in my opinion, has the best arch support solutions engineered to help you and me live the life we love without pain. For more than 30 years, they've taken great pleasure in helping thousands discover the comfort they've been dreaming of. I'm a customer. I have their 3-step system put right into all my shoes. They support, balance, and strengthen my feet and really guide them right into their ideal position. Every step I take, every move I make, I get relief. Not from the song, although I love that, but from my personally fit arch supports from the Good Feet store. Your free fitting is designed to help them understand you, your pain, and your discomfort, your personalized system. You'll walk out wearing your new arch supports hassle-free and begin living the life you love without pain. The Good Feet store on Stringtown Road in Grove City or Polaris Parkway. Learn more at goodfeet.com.
A healthy body needs good food. This summer, the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce is sponsoring Sun Meals, a summer food program where kids eat free. Children under 18 receive healthy meals and no sign-up is required. Locations may be right in your neighborhood. Call 1-866-348-6479 or visit education.ohio.gov/kidseat for meal locations and times. That's education.ohio.gov/kidseat.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Everybody today in America is trying to get healthy. I'm doing it, you're doing it. There's people out there everywhere. And most people, they don't feel good. And so when you don't feel good, what do? You go to the doctor. There's pills, there's steroids, there's surgery. You don't want to deal with any of that. You don't want to be put on the shelf. You don't want to put things in your body that you do not enjoy. So here's what you need to do. Go see my friends at QC Kinetics, just like I did. My body was beaten up, so was my dad's. We went to QC Kinetics. They're not into the quick fixes. They're going to go there and they're going to diagnose you and find regenerative treatments with your own body's healing power to help heal that damaged tissue. And so you're going to feel better. You're going to be able to do the things you'll love again, and that's perfect because it's summertime. So listen, they're going to go right to the source of it at the cellular level. So give them a call at 380-208-4544 or go check them out at qckinetics.com/Columbus. They have offices all over Ohio. So go check them out today.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Serving in the military requires great sacrifices, not just for one's country, but also for one's family. Not surprisingly, divorce for soldiers is especially difficult, and it raises a number of challenges that are peculiar to military divorce, things such as deployments, relocation, retirement benefits. These issues can be complicated. So if you're a soldier facing such challenges, go to CordellCordell.com.
10 West Broad, Columbus. CordellCordell.com.
Adam Schefter here for Vivid Seats, your ultimate destination for all your sports and concert needs this summer. With a game-changing rewards program and an unbeatable selection of tickets, they make it easy for every fan to watch their favorite teams and players in action. Catch every home run and thrilling comeback in person from your favorite seat. Plus, every ticket is backed by a 100% buyer guarantee, giving you peace of mind with every purchase. Visit VividSeats.com or download the app today. Vivid Seats, the official ticketing partner of ESPN.
Evan Cohen here. When you're on a business trip, you know what goes completely off the rails? Your workout routine, especially when you book a hotel that doesn't have a gym. Then you have to squeeze in between the desk and your bed, eke out 2 push-ups, and call it a day. If you just stay at La Quinta by Wyndham, you'll discover their fully equipped fitness center at every location. Now you can wake up and do some weightlifting to prepare you to carry your team on your back all day. Tonight, La Quinta. Tomorrow, you shine. Book direct at lq.com.
Broadcasting